Black Myth: Wukong is an action RPG developed by Game Science, rooted in Chinese mythology and inspired by the classic novel Journey to the West. Players assume the role of Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, as they embark on a quest filled with mythical creatures and challenging foes. The game features a mix of intense combat, spellcasting, and exploration in a beautifully crafted world. Necrophosis is a first-person horror adventure game, developed by Dragonis Ares and Adonis Brostianu. The game immerses players in a nightmarish realm inspired by the works of Zdzisław Beksinski. Set in a surreal universe where the boundaries between reality and nightmare blur, players must navigate eerie landscapes filled with grotesque forms and haunting visuals. The game combines Lovecraftian horror with intricate puzzles, creating an atmospheric journey through a decayed post-apocalyptic world. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is an action-adventure game developed by Machine Games and published by Bethesda Softworks. Set in 1937, between the events of Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade, the game follows Indiana Jones as he unravels one of history's greatest mysteries. Players will embark on a globe-trotting adventure that includes locations like the Vatican, the Pyramids of Egypt, and the Himalayas.
Through these ancient sites around the globe, you'd get a perfectly aligned circle.
The Great Circle.
Exactly.
I intercepted the Morse code coming from the Himalayas.
Our boss is sending all of his men.
Is that a...
battleship? Yep. Let's get a closer look.
Gotta find the stone and get off this ship.
What's that in his hands?
What does it say?
Earth something.
Call of Duty: Black Ops 6, developed by Treyarch and Raven Software, is set during the early 1990s, a period marked by the end of the Cold War and significant geopolitical shifts. The game features a spy action thriller campaign where players will navigate through various missions using era-specific gadgets and equipment. The campaign emphasizes replayability, offering multiple outcomes based on player choices and interactions.
You don't have to trust me, Marshal, but it might be better if you do.
Hey! It's something you should see.
What the hell are we getting into? Don't trust anyone.
You broke into a CIA black site. Are you out of your mind?
Things got complicated.
Assassin's Creed Shadows is the latest installment in the Assassin's Creed series, developed by Ubisoft Quebec. Set during the Azuchi Momoyama period in feudal Japan, the game features two protagonists, Neo-E, a skilled shinobi assassin from Iga province, and Yasuke, the first African samurai. The game explores their intertwined destinies as they navigate a tumultuous period marked by political upheaval and the fight for survival.
You are still a frog in a well who knows nothing of the sea. The ocean's filled with new ships, but they all come from the same river. Greed. Power. Vengeance.
And you? Will you continue down that river? Or choose another path beyond...
Project Tower, developed by Yummy Games, is a third-person shooter set in a science fiction universe where humanity has been enslaved by an alien race known as the Hicks. The Hicks have created a brutal training program called Project Tower, forcing human prisoners to battle their way up a series of deadly towers. Players control one of these prisoners, using a unique morphing ability to transform into various entities, each with their own abilities, to navigate through intense bullet hell combat and complex puzzles.
Cities have crumbled. Families torn apart. We are witnessing the end of an era.
To Metal Gear, Solid Delta Snake Eater is a faithful remake of the 2004 classic, developed and published by Konami. This remake retains the original's core story and gameplay while enhancing graphics and mechanics to modern standards. The game follows the protagonist, Naked Snake, on a mission during the Cold War to rescue a Russian scientist and prevent the development of a weapon of mass destruction. Set primarily in a Russian jungle, the game combines stealth, survival, and combat.
A real one-man army. Freeze. Speak.
The First Descendant is a free-to-play, third-person looter shooter developed by Nexon. Set in a sci-fi fantasy world, players become descendants, tasked with defending the continent of Ingress from alien invaders. The game features both single-player and cooperative multiplayer modes, supporting up to 4 players. It offers dynamic action with a variety of characters, each possessing unique abilities and combat styles. Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree is an expansive DLC for the critically acclaimed Elden Ring. This new adventure takes players to the Land of Shadow, featuring a new storyline, perilous dungeons, and a plethora of new enemies, weapons, and equipment. The DLC promises a larger map than the original Limgrave area, filled with unique environments such as the Abyssal Woods, where stealth is essential for survival.
Trade. Set aflame.
Silent Hill 2 Remake, developed by Bloober Team and published by Konami, reimagines the iconic 2001 survival horror classic with modern graphics and updated gameplay mechanics. The game follows protagonist James Sunderland as he returns to the eerie town of Silent Hill after receiving a letter from his deceased wife Mary. The narrative dives deep into psychological horror, as James encounters disturbing monsters and unravels the town's dark secrets.
In my restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill.
Star Wars Outlaws, developed by Massive Entertainment and published by Ubisoft, is the first open-world game set in the Star Wars universe. The game takes place between the events of The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, following Kay Vess, a young scoundrel, and her loyal companion, Niix. Players will navigate the criminal underworld, attempting to pull off one of the biggest heists in the Outer Rim while dealing with the Empire, various crime syndicates, and elements from Kay's past.
I've been held back my whole life. And now, I just need a chance to finally be free.
Trench Tales is a story-driven third-person action game set in a dark, alternate world inspired by the period between World War I and World War II. Developed by Talking Drums and published by Creativo, the game combines tactical combat with supernatural elements and horror. Players step into the shoes of a lone warrior summoned to the war-torn realm of Verdun by enigmatic forces. As they navigate through diverse locations, from narrow trenches to gothic castles and swamps, they will face challenging enemies, including undead soldiers and powerful warlords. Stalker 2, Heart of Chornobyl, developed by GSC Game World, is an open-world survival first-person shooter set in the Chornobyl exclusion zone. Players take on the role of a lone stalker navigating through a highly detailed and dynamic post-apocalyptic environment filled with deadly mutants, warring factions, and mysterious anomalies. The game offers an expansive world with a rich narrative, branching storylines, and multiple endings influenced by player choices. Warhammer 40,000. Space Marine 2, developed by Saber Interactive and published by Focus Entertainment, is a highly anticipated third-person shooter and hack-and-slash game. Players will reprise the role of Lieutenant Titus of the Ultramarines, battling against the Tyranid hordes in an epic fight to save humanity. The game emphasizes brutal combat with a variety of weapons, including bolters and the iconic Chainsword, alongside melee executions and a new parrying system.
Experience this epic story either solo or with up to 3 players in co-op. Space Marine 2's story begins a century after the events of the first game. Captain Demetrian Titus is a genetically enhanced super soldier and hero of the Ultramarines.
We will eradicate your kind from the galaxy.
Titus has returned to the Ultramarines.
You're a lieutenant.
Supernatural, developed by Hitorida Productions, is a first-person horror adventure game that uniquely incorporates the use of your PC microphone. Players take on the role of Detective Wyatt, who is investigating the mysterious disappearance of a housemaid. The game is set in a haunted house where every sound the player makes can trigger terrifying events, creating an immersive and chilling experience. Players must navigate through the house, uncover sinister secrets, and confront lurking horrors using stealth and quick thinking to survive.